What's confusing is I still have connection on TikTok, so whatever. Did it stop working on TikTok too? Okay. I don't know what's going on, Amanda. Well, the confusing part, okay, TikTok's still there, that's good. The confusing part, Ken, is that my Wi-Fi is not going out today. It just something's not working. So I have a bisque kiln going, with all the stuff that's gonna be going into the 10-day firing, which is exciting. So that's going right now. I'm firing 012 on a slow setting, just because I didn't feel like actually, uh yeah, right. Because I didn't feel like, risking it. I made a bunch of pedestals for the small sake cups that are going to the back of the kiln to fire upside down, and so I'm firing it slow just for that. You think that because of my handstands from yesterday that it's glitching? Hmm. So Lou, my next soda firing is on 1st and 2nd of September, and then I have a 10-day firing on the 18th of September, and then I'm firing my kiln the first week of October because I have a clay tour that if anybody's in the area, you should come visit. It's called Clayway Studio Tour, which is on the 11th and 12th, I believe, of October. So I want to fire it before that. Yeah, so we have lots to do. This bat's not on, so this piece is going to be a little bit wobbly. And I would like to do a majority of double walled pieces for my firing. And I need to, if I get help, like help is in people firing with me and stuff and putting work in, I still need to make 110 pieces or so by myself. So we have about 4 weeks. We have about 3.5 weeks to make 110 double walled pieces total. Of course, Jess. Um, thanks, kid, and same here, right? Doesn't it look awesome? Imagine that with black clay now. Hacky. There are three main types of atmospheric kilns: wood, soda, and salt. So you can have a gas kiln that is an atmospheric kiln because it can be a soda or a salt. And you can also have soda or salt into your wood kiln, which is what I do. So I have a wood soda kiln myself, right? But you could also have then just straight wood as well. A normal gas kiln that has no atmosphere, so you're not adding in salt or soda, is just a gas kiln. It's nothing more. It's just a glorified electric kiln at that point. Um, and they're great. Um, but then there's an electric kiln. It can only fire in oxidation. Um, oh man, this is all great content for the podcast. I'm gonna spout so much stuff. You can do soda fires and electric kilns. Ah, I mean, you could technically. You just ruined the kiln. You know, Amanda, you could have done a double-walled bowl. All good, Aki. Thanks for saying hey. Uh, I can. Is there anything else in that line? Sorry, I'm getting excited now. Is there anything else in that line, Jess, that you're curious about? Yeah, exactly. So you technically could put soda into the electric kiln, but you could only ever do it like 3 times before your kiln would be destroyed because it would just eat into the brick. At least once, kitten. You might be able to get it like 3 times, but I'm excited for this podcast. Oh my god. So if you wanna do that, Jess, you can build what I did. I built myself a kiln called a coffin kiln because you have to get inside it to load it. It's like a tube kiln. So you can build one of those, literally get inside it. Oh, did you get booted, Natalie? I don't know what's going on with YouTube. I'm sorry about that. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense, that makes sense. Oh, mm. Okay, first off, Jess, everything I just said to you right there was completely accurate. I didn't actually lie at all for the first time. I mean, I never lie, but I didn't actually lie in that whole interaction there. The problem is I keep exaggerating stuff so much, I bet no one can actually tell what I'm thinking about or what I'm saying unless you already know the information. Ah, I'm so excited for this podcast. How long should the episodes be, by the way? I was trying to think about it, and it's like, do I just ramble about shit for a really long time as well as talk about the thing? So are they like 15-minute podcasts? Are they 20-minute podcasts? Oh, then I'm incredibly helpful for you, Jess. You should listen to everything I say without a doubt. I would never stray you wrong in any way. Oh, you 100% need a torch or just get a heat gun. 30 to 60 minutes. Okay. I don't know if I can do 30 minutes. Do you think it's I mean, maybe I can. Oh, hell yeah. Gray sounds great. Yeah, okay. Honestly, if I said if it was called gaslighting with Will instead of tea time with Will, I might not have to put the disclaimer in there. Yeah, a heat gun works just as well. Well, it doesn't work just as well, but I don't know. Don't use a heat gun. Heat guns are lame. Get yourself a torch. I'm shocked how many people I teach are scared of fire. A lot of my students have never touched a torch or lit anything on fire before, and I'm spending a lot of time just comforting people and getting them used to lighting things on fire. Clearly, no one else around me grew up in a pyromaniac family, which is insane. My whole childhood was just like burning things. My father is like obsessed with fire. All my aunts are obsessed with fire, and so I've just I grew up just around fire all the time. It's kind of insane to me. Mm. Yeah, I burn myself. Well, I burn myself all the time on a heat gun. I've never burned myself on a torch before. Well, I burned myself once on a torch before, but every single time I've used a heat gun, I burnt myself. Mm. Yeah, right? I think that's a great idea. What will this batch of soap smell like if you do that? Hold on. YouTube for 1 second. I just need to up my brightness. You guys are really dark and I can't see your comments. Give me a half a second just to like adjust this. Oh my god, that's a million times better. Okay. I could barely see what you guys are writing. Ugh. And my tripod's broken, so whatever. Whatever. It's fine. I'll be fine for this. Ooh, that sounds lovely. That sounds really nice. Um, so It's a problem when 2 people like that get together, Amanda. My best buddy and I are like that as well, and it's a problem, it's not a problem for us, but it's a problem for everybody around us because, it seems like we're having legitimate conversations and meanwhile, we're just making shit up as we talk. Sydney, we got into a fight and it fell yesterday, and I feel really bad about it, and I don't know. It just wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. I don't like this bit. I was not that was not the bit that I wanted to do. Ugh, I regret everything I just said. I wanted to do a bit about how it broke up with me, but then I was like, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know, whatever. I haven't enough tea yet. We're drinking sticky rice today. Ugh. All right, Jess. It's probably because the handstands. Yeah, you can see my face, kinda. I don't know who you are, bud, but you sound hot. That's all I can say. All right, we're almost there. Oh, the handstands really ruined everything. I like that. The, I did a CPR training, uh, 2 days ago, and man, oh man, that is intense on your wrists. I feel like this can be wider. Guess it technically could, but I'm not gonna risk it. Mm, mm. I'm changing the topic for a second. I like what you're saying though, Sydney. I think I'm gonna, go do the EMT training in town. They have one in January. I've always kind of been interested in doing it. Um, but I think it'd be kind of fun to do. Yeah, I think it'd be kinda nice, right, Lou? And I didn't realize this, but get this, guys. My town offers free ambulances, and I kind of would like to be a part of something that offers a free ambulance to people in town. And I live in a town which mostly elderly folk, um, and I don't know, I like the concept of doing it. So, yeah, I think I'd be into it too, right? It looks kinda fun. Free is nice, right? Isn't that I didn't know it was free until I took the CPR stuff. Um, so it's really cool. So anyway, it made me kinda wanna do it. Also, I'm kind of interested in I like blood and things like that. I don't like them, but you know what I mean? It doesn't gross me out. Whenever I get blood drawn, I stare at it. So interesting how everything works. So anyway, might be fun to do. I'm sure I pay for it somehow with my taxes, but um, the torch just kind of heats up the clay to make it act properly. Mm. Right, Jess? It makes sense to do. Mm. I think you should. I think it'd be good to do any kind of like bleed training stuff. Um, You should. This is great. I've been trying to get people to use torches and stand and do double walled stuff for like years now. Turns out I've been slowly converting people. I keep meeting people who are now changed their careers into double walled pots. I was having a conversation with a woman yesterday about it who's out in Colorado, and I've been seeing more and more people stand. It's great. It doesn't have to be because of me. I just happy that people are standing. Mhm. Yeah, apparently this woman in her undergrads found my work and converted her entire career to do double walled stuff, which is super cool. It was really lovely to see. I'm sad that I can't remember her Instagram handle at the moment, but oh, you know, Lou. Honestly, that's the big one that I want to buy, Jess. I don't own a tourniquet, and I would like to own one after kind of doing some training yesterday. What's up, Sharp? What's up? Right, Sydney? Oh, stop, stop. I honestly, they're not expensive, and it would be really nice to have. You know what I don't have in my hiking backpack, which I really should, is a emergency sling for Olive. Um, I keep meaning to buy one and I keep forgetting, but it's something that I'm shocked that I don't have, and I would really like to have for her safety. Ken and they would be fine with a heat gun though. I most studios are not okay with torches, but a heat gun would be totally fine. I've never seen a studio refuse a heat gun before. Right? No, we didn't end up going camping. Um, I had to get some other stuff done and it didn't work out, which is a bummer, but that's okay. Dog and I might go camping tonight, though I haven't been sleeping very well, so I might just want to recoup on sleep. Plus, I have to teach at 7 tomorrow morning, so I don't know if I want to be camping. I have to get back early if that's the case. Oh, yeah, exactly. Hell yeah, Sydney. Yeah, can I would just bring your own. The hair dryers are fine, but people are just scared, and understandably so. Like, I remember a story that I heard about someone who like, I don't know how they did this, but they literally put the torch away, a lit torch, as it was still burning, and it had its lock on. I don't know. So we're gonna just do a little PSA about torches real quick. So if you click this button, it keeps the torch on, so I don't have to hold it, right? And so they did that. There was little gas in here, and so it didn't seem like anything was, like, happening. You know how it wisps out when it's a little bit lower, but it still goes for quite a while. They left it on, and they somehow put it away in a cabinet, and it burned the entire cabinet down, and some luckily, people were in the studio when it was happening. They were smelling smoke and everything, and they got there and got everything out and all that and only destroyed the cabinet. But that's one of the reasons that people don't allow, torches in studios is because people are dumb and honestly can't really be trusted, in those situations because it just happens time and time again. So, I understand why torches are not allowed in studios, for reasons exactly like that. Yeah, fair. We are pretty close up on TikTok. Mm. No, I am not a production potter. I have no interest in being a production potter. That's way more work than I want to do. Oh, I will spread all the misinformation, Lou. Thanks for stopping in. Lovely seeing you. When the podcast start, come as a guest speaker, please. Oh, hell yeah. I was wondering, you haven't told me about anything. You haven't told me about your bully in a while, so I'm glad. I was wondering if they had disappeared. I meant to ask about that. Mm. I'm sorry, Sharp. No kidding. Production pottery is really boring. I couldn't be into it. I have friends who do it. That's where the money is. Um, but I would burn out so quickly if I was a production potter. Mm. Awesome. Wait, hold on. I need to. There's clay on my screen. I can't see people's names. Kayla, we are making a teapot right now. Mm. Yeah, I'm glad that's taken care of. I'm turning 47 next week, Kayla. How old are you? What's a guy want but a cup with a lid? Oh, also, I made the flat lid guy one, so we can see if it actually pours or not. Wow. Sounds good, Sharp. And Kayla, do you do pottery yourself? Chaos, it just depends on what we're doing. Since we're making double walled mugs right now, yes. If I'm doing single walled stuff, then no, I'm not going to use a torch. But they need to be at different stages to connect. So these three double walled mugs we're making, we'll make them from a ball of clay to a finished mug in this video. But if I was just doing single walled stuff, I would just make the bodies and then I would do all the rest of it tomorrow, the next day. But I don't. How old do I look? We'll find out tomorrow when I unload the bisque kiln, Sydney. My birthday is April 37th, 4 and a quarter. Thank you, kid. I appreciate you. Yeah, my birthday's next year. I just turned 47. Do you think if I wear this t-shirt long enough, Huel will sponsor me? Oh my god, Jess. Hell yeah. Yeah, yeah, no, it's on April 38th of next year. Yeah. is my birthday, and I'll be turning 47. Correct, Kayla. I'll be turning 48. Yep, chaos, you know? Oh, yeah, 100% Sydney. That's the best part about them. Most of the time they don't pour, so you just have a nice cup at the end of the day. I am chaos. I'm just saying things for Kayla over on YouTube. I do, Kayla. I have a beautiful dog. Her name is Olive. Sup, John? How are you? That's my problem, Sydney. I can barely remember what day it is today. How am I supposed to remember when my birthday is? How old I am? These are all like very intense questions that I don't have answers for. This is standard 378. It is a black clay that I'll be firing in my wood soda kiln in October. Um, Probably not, John. I think I need to see the recipe, what you're firing to, if you're firing true to that temperature. I need to see probably a picture of it, what type temperature you bisque to, what clay body you're using. I have no idea. I think there's too many factors to it. Do it, kid in. I love that idea. I like that, Sydney. I like that too. She's a whippet lab. Yep, this is black clay. When is your actual birthday, Jess? You're asking a lot of questions, Kayla. I don't know if I like these questions you're asking. She's 45 pounds or 40 pounds, 40 to 45 pounds, something like that. We just got to keep moving, Jules. John Ibis to 012. Hmm. Okay, cool. Yeah, we might be firing pretty much on your birthday then. Have you seen the yellow clay that we're using, Chaos? It turns red. This is standard 378. I use a enamel that I take from a poison ivy, and I mix it with elderberry, so I get this really beautiful, like, purpley blue enamel. Mm. I don't have any more of it left, Chaos. You can go standard 378, look at their second picture of reduction on their cone 10. I've sold everything that's made out of this clay already. Mm. I said did I say huckleberry? I thought I said elderberry. Elderberry is not runny at all. Huckleberry is, that is correct. Elderberry is not. And the elderberries are in season right now. They're delicious right now. I can go pick some if you guys would like. I did say thank you, Chaos. I said elderberry there, Sydney. It's okay, it happens here. Let me go grab an elderberry real quick. I gotta make this into syrup anyway soon. Ooh, I get to use my new fancy knife. Oh, I found a new knife online that I'm gonna buy. I'm probably gonna return the one I'm using right now. So these are the elderberries that I use. I make my own glazed chaos. These are the elderberries I use for the enamel owl. You can eat them now if you don't want to make them into uh, enamel, but they're really great. I have this awesome elderberry tree that grows over my. Okay, before you recommend a knife, I want everybody to Google um, the Iridium donut mini blade from Kershaw from Knife Blade HQ, and tell me that that's not the cutest knife you've ever seen, and that I 100% should buy it. Will you message me that, Amanda? Oh, that make that I appreciate that, Sydney. I didn't want that to. I didn't want to. I'm glad that you said that. We don't want people to have their stuff ruined. Elderberries are not very good tasting. Like elderberry syrup, it tastes good because you put a bunch of honey or sugar in it. They taste. What's an elderberry taste like? How do I describe the flavor of like a fresh elderberry? It's like tart water. Right? Good, Jess. I'm glad you can. No, Chase. I sell online. Um, People come to me a couple times a year for things. I have openings in like October and stuff. And then I do one art show in November as well, but otherwise I'm online. Right, Sydney? It's do the Iridium Kershaw donut mini donut knife from Blade HQ. I have like 9 pieces left on my website. I have a sale running right now just to uh, sell some of the remaining stock. But I'm gonna end that sale. I keep saying I'm gonna end the sale today. I mean it. I'm gonna end it today. I forgot to do it yesterday because I was busy. I mean, what do you think? It's cute, right? I mean, that is a. I mean, again, the knife I have right now, it's cute. It's pink, but a donut knife with a blue blade? Come on, come on. I can't, can't compete with that. I sure am. Newspaper is the best way to clean your hands in the pottery studio because then you don't have to ruin your dishwasher for clothing, which for some reason I can't think of the name of right now. And how did those kitchen knives come out? This isn't centered. Ah, thank you. Washing machine. That's the thing I was trying to think of. Not very good with words. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. Yes, the dishwasher for clothing. That's good. I like that, Sydney. Yeah, gotta keep people on their toes, you know? That's what happens if you go to a Montessori school, a Waldorf school, and then an art school. You don't remember the name of a washing machine. Okay. Do you know who did it? I'd love to see. We are trimming the interior section of the exterior mug piece, that we're gonna connect in a little bit, and then we're gonna make into a mug. But all we're doing during this live is just make 3 double walled mugs. Simple, you know? Oh, is it so my only thing about looking for stuff, Amanda, is I want it 2.5 ounces or lighter. The 3.5 ounce ones that I've been seeing for everything are a little too big for me. Yeah, super simple, super easy. Anybody could do this. This is my 16th day doing pottery. And so I anybody could do this. Definitely not a hard thing to do. Thank you, Sydney. Mm, mm. Yeah, I think that's too heavy for me, Amanda. Because I bought one recently that I returned that was 3.4, and that was too much for me by quite a bit. Even the 2.1, the one that I have right now is 2.4, and it's honestly a little heavy still. I would like something lighter. But it's hard to find the blade that I want. Oh my god, thanks for the heart. All right, so we need to make this as light as possible because this is 2 layers, and so I need this cup to feel like 1 cup if possible. I actually don't know if I can go any lighter than that. Okay, good. Um, oh, yeah, I 100% was I 100% will. That might be the first episode, honestly, kidding. I feel like our first episode of the, Tea Time with will be about how pottery is the easiest thing in the world to do and that anybody can do it in 2 weeks' time and things like that. There's my little teapot stamp, probably can't see it, but yeah, would you? That'd be great, Amanda, thank you. Thank you, Sydney, appreciate that. Yep, this is my 16th day, Wendy. That's about as long as it takes for you to get good enough to make a double wall piece. You can learn from never touching clay before to, making a double walled mug. 16 days is all it takes. Also, if anybody has any recommendations for, microphones that are relatively cheap but would be good for podcasts, please send me. Um, I'm not trying to break the bank on this, but I would also like something relatively nice quality. Unless do you think, my plug-in Apple headphones would be good enough? Probably not, right? Oh, yeah, Aki, the whistles were fun. Olive, that's a spicy bug. Please don't try to bite it. I know, it's very spooky. I'm sorry it's in here. Well, I just need a cup of tea real quick. Aki, like everything, I get really bored really, really quickly in pottery. And so I make stuff and then I lose interest. So we'll eventually, and then I come circle back. I always circle back to everything. So I will come back to the whistles eventually. Okay, Sydney, that sounds good. She thinks so. No, Jess, you'd be fine. Chase, if the order is interesting enough, then I'm happy to take an order. Um, but if the order is boring and I don't want to do it, I'm not going to take it. But if you have something you are interested in specifically, we can talk about it. You can talk about it here, or you can message me on Instagram, and I'll give you a quote on price if I'm even interested in it. Mm. Chaos, I am not joking. How dare you say that? You can look at my page and you can see that I've only been doing this stuff for 16 days. Oh man. Oh man. You're learning lots there, Aki, huh? Have you met any cool people yet? I would never thank you, Jess. I appreciate you for backing me up on that. I would never lie to anybody ever for any reason at any moment. Thank you, Sydney. Yes, the audacity that anybody has, to say that I would lie. I'm glad you're into it, Wendy. They look older than you? Oh, no, when you get to be an adult, everybody looks younger than you. It's the other way around. Me? Are you saying that I'm a troll, Chaos? What's up, Tracy? Yeah, we're working on 3 double walled mugs today. Again, we gotta get this thin enough that it feels like a one piece when we add everything on. Um, Chase, over the years, I've definitely taken inspiration from different people, but, not really. The inspiration I get is, um, from you guys making suggestions either on TikTok or on YouTube on things that would be interesting to try, and then we kind of expand upon, or we find something while we're doing something live, that we can kind of expand upon. But no, there's not a specific person out there right now that I lean inspiration off of directly. Honestly, that's how I feel too, Jess. I see someone in their 30s, I'm like, yeah, that person's definitely in their 30s. Ooh, Tracy, well, I'm gonna have at least 6 available soon. Hopefully more. Mm, gotcha. Except for you, what, prof? Being the hottest one here, obviously. Is that what you're implying, prof? Because that makes sense to me. Wait, actually, no, I take that back. You haven't bought your respect today. Take away my compliment. Oh, yes, yes, sorry. No, 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 you're not until you pay my 20 bucks fee. Then you're my singular part of inspiration. Ah! No one saw that. It didn't happen, and I'm gonna refuse, deny it vehemently if anybody saw that. We're luckily, it was dry enough that it didn't deform that much. Thank you, Sydney. I think we're gonna be fine here. The nice thing about since this part's going into another part, the top, if it gets knocked off, doesn't matter because it was gonna get messed up anyway when we attached it. Um, and the bottom part here didn't really get deformed enough for me to be upset, so we're good. I should be. I'm wearing their merch. They made me this custom teapot shirt. You'll sponsor me. Um, if oh, Jesus, this really does not want to be trimmed. Hold on, I have to actually pay attention for a second because this one's being a little bit annoying. You're not even gonna see that part. so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, I wish I was sponsored prof. It'd be great. All right, one more interior to do, and then we can attach everything. What's up, Christina? Tara, what's up? So Tracy, if you're here, well, the cool thing is that these are all going to be black with the chino on top, or fired upside down with nothing on them. Maybe a flashing slip or something. Actually, a flashing slip on these could be really cool. Hmm. What's up, Sana? You, the worst. How much more is your drive? We're gonna have to wait quite a while, Tracy. These ones will be out in October. Yeah, right, Sydney? Upside down, fired upside down on a stilt as a muck with flashing slip on the inside on black clay could either be spectacular or look like a pile of grossness. No, Aubrey, I do not reuse the trimmings. I just throw them all away. I have this pig that eats all my trimmings. Um, his name is Johnston, and he really just enjoys clay, so I just feed them to him. I could reuse it, but he's just so eager to eat them all the time that I don't know. It seems selfish of me. Uh, what's up, Jeannie? Is that you, Danny? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm a good pig parent. It's good for their skin. How are you? What's new? What's happening? Tell me everything. Pigs are awesome, Jess. I kind of want to pig myself. I think Olive and a mini pig could be besties. Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, well, someone has to do it. Someone has to be brave enough to get rid of the manganese. They really are, Jess. Yeah, this is not thin enough at all. This thing weighs 7,000 pounds. Yeah, I mean, there is that aspect to them as well, but they're so cute. I don't know if you want to eat this clay, Tara. You guys have watched me eat lots of clay, but I would not personally eat this clay. I'm not trying to get manganese poisoning. Ooh, hold up. My door just closed. Oh. Is that how big they get? Gotcha. I eat a lot of clay, you know, during my lives, usually when we're doing porcelain, but Yeah, can I don't want a heavy mug. No one wants a heavy mug. He's a professor of Pokemon, Sydney, not about, human-based things. Well, Johnston has a belly that's designed to absorb manganese, and off-gas it as pure ethanol that I can then repurpose and use for my torch because I use a ethanol-based torch. This is I know it says, propane right here, but this is actually filled with I fill it with ethanol for, from Johnston's, secretions. Mm, gotcha. I did not know that, Jess. No, he's not that cool, otherwise he would have known about the clay stuff. Uh, one day. Alright, let's see how this one feels. It's still too heavy. It may have been. Hold on, I have to do my stupid little puzzle piece on TikTok. I'm glad YouTube doesn't make me do that. Okay then, Prof. What clay comes from an oak tree? If you're so intelligent with your oak trees. Yeah, he's a good, good pig. Alright, we're almost there. You know, the nice thing about the podcast too is that if I end up breaking, uh, composure, there's no camera, so I can get away from it. I'm sorry, Prof, that is incorrect. I made a video about this specifically from oak trees, and I got porcelain from it. I did this video, like, months ago. What kind of doctorate do you have, Prof? Let's, uh let's deep dive right now. I think I might have to, kidden, honestly. Have a whole conversation about how people think that it comes from riverbeds, but it actually comes from the ground or trees or something, I don't know. Thank you, JK. I appreciate JR, sorry. Yes, usually with a little bit of silica involved in it. I'm not really sure how the silica is getting there, to be honest. I don't know if that's a byproduct of, like, just environment, and so it might not be all oak trees, but, that is just something that I've observed in my neck of the woods. I did not get the reference, Jess. Hi, hi. Wah. Actually, let me see before I put this in here. Mhm. Oh, yeah, 100%. No, if we deep dive into this, we're gonna just reverse it. So April Fools is an actual legitimate video. Oh my god, this is gonna suck to connect. The bat's not attached. Do you see this? Ugh. Gotcha. It's been a really long time since I've seen Charlotte's Webs, so I can't be faulted on that one, Jess. I was, like, 10 the last time I saw 8, 7, 6, something around there. I don't this is not gonna end well for us. Alright. totally fair. Mm, I don't know what to do here. I think I want this to inflect. Honestly, prof, that's how I was too. I was a solid C student throughout all of my education. And look at me now, making pottery in a house somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, luckily there was well, I wasn't able to do that when I was in school. I think that's the key. I just kind of wish that schooling was done later in life, Jess, and not just like an 18-year-old sent away. It just seems ridiculous. Elaborate on that for us there, Prof. Ah, yes. You bribed them to give you C's. That's I I don't even know how to respond to that. Yeah, right? I mean, that's yeah, that makes more sense. Tanker, you can do this entire yes, Prof. Straight I heard that he did really well by bribing people with straight C's. Very intelligent guy. He bribed very intelligently. Um, uh, how much are you willing to spend, Tanker? See, Prof knows how to buy respect. Yeah, his 24-hour daily respect, price. He's good at it. He's very good at it. He's consistent, and that's what matters is consistency in the bribage. Damn, Prof. You get all the love now. Say whatever you want, and it would works. Uh, um, it's a old tradition that they did in Scandinavia, millennia ago, and it was to ward off evil spirits. If you put a cup inside a cup, um, there's a better chance of getting rid of any spirits that might be encompassing your house. If you drink out of that cup in your house, that is. Mm, mm. So my point is, Aubrey, if you ever get haunted, drink out of a double wall cup, and it will help with that. I think Sydney's earned hers the old-fashioned way, the other old-fashioned way outside of paying for it. They do. So you have to be a lot more cautious about how you're firing it, Aubrey, for it to work properly and get rid of the spirits. If you just do it normally like everybody else does, it doesn't actually work. And so there is like a very scientific way to go into it to make sure that exactly, yes. There's like a very scientific way you have to do it to get rid of those evil spirits. I don't know. I respect Prof a lot for that 20 bucks, Aubrey. All right, last one to connect. Um, wow. Okay, so it is true that on your 15th day of making pottery, you figure out sizing. So I'm glad that wasn't a myth. I'm glad that people were serious about that. You know what's annoying is that when we do the podcast, a lot of the references we're gonna make, or I would want to make, are references that we've done together and made up together. And so it's not gonna make any sense to the podcast community, but I guess we can start with us and then expand upon that. I'm so happy you're here. Welcome back. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Luckily, we're pretty much done. So, did I break the top though? I did. Well, I can fix that with some good old fashioned schmearage. I wedged a ton of silica sand into this clay, and so I'm like not surprised that it's not sticking correctly. Um, you do that either if you're making really big stuff, usually, or if you're liking something aesthetically about that. I don't do either of those things, but you certainly could. It's not gonna make it easier though. It's just different. Sounds good, Sydney. Good luck. Hope you get some good lunch in you. I had a rice cracker and some hummus before I came down here. That should last me until 7 o'clock tonight or whatever. Oh yeah, living the life. Meanwhile, Olive is getting right. Agreed, Jess. Olive's getting a big slab of coho salmon for dinner tonight. You know, it was a bummer. So, an ex of mine of 6 years, we were dating. She has a nut allergy and a sesame allergy and all that, and so I wasn't able to have hummus for 6 years. 6 years. It was ridiculous. I missed it so much. Now hummus is like my main thing. Mm. Yeah, Kyle, it's way faster than hand building for sure. You gotta get in line, Amanda. I got a plethora of people who are wishing to be reincarnated as Olive. Not even that. I just missed it so much. I just like I've at this I've had so much of it now because of it. Now that I can again. It's not bad. I mean, that's what Olive has most nights. Meanwhile, I usually just drink some Huel. Huel, please sponsor me. But it's a stark difference. I definitely spend more money this time of year on food for Olive than I do on myself. Once fishing season comes, I don't because we catch all of our own fish. But that's coming up really soon. Salmon season is just around the corner, so we're gonna be catching lots of salmons for her very soon. She can be wherever you want. She's a dog, but not for me. I mean, she still gets kibble. I haven't like taken kibble out of her diet, but um, that's where she probably, though I think it might be grain free, honestly. She'll get rice. I make her sushi from sometimes, so she gets rice every so often. But I do some nice rolls for her every so often. It's awesome, isn't it? You're gonna love it. It's gonna be great. It's harder than you think, but it is really lovely. Her favorite fish, I don't think she has a specific favorite. However, um, I buy her this really awesome um, steelhead every so often that smells really good. So I bet that I don't know. She gobbles that one down. Yeah. Uh, my sweet pig does not get fish. He just gets clay scraps, and then he has to kind of like salvage for the rest of his food. I know he eats a lot of grasshoppers and things like that. That's good to know. It feels like they switch though, like yearly, if things are grain free and if they're not grain free. I should check what I'm for kibble. I give her can't remember actually the name of the brand at the exact moment. Because I can't even remember what a dishwasher's called for clothing. But it feels like every year they change their mind about it. The thing is that Olive gets a pretty well rounded diet regardless because of everything else. So I'm not so worried about it. Plus she gets these really sweet glycosamine cookies that I give her every day that smell so good. There's and they're I wish they were a little cheaper. There's I pay $60 a month for her cookie, her one a day cookie of glycosamine. Um, they smell so good. That might be her favorite thing that I give her. She's like amped for it. Washing machine, thank you. I know we already had this conversation earlier, but I'm just having trouble remembering words right now. And just always. I don't know why I said right now. I'm always having trouble remembering everything that we're saying. Yeah, it's hard to figure out like what's the correct thing too, because it's like it's always changing and who knows what the other circumstances were behind those things and what was the dog's lifestyle and all that other stuff. It's so hard to judge all of these things. And so I feel like you just have to take everything with a grain of salt and just try your best because I don't think anybody really knows what is going on. Oh, you know it, James. All right, I think we're thin enough. We actually might be too thin. I may have gone too thin on this one. But we'll figure that out when we get there. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff that I'm not I mean, again, you have to just make your own judgments on a lot of the stuff. I mean, the dog training stuff is weird. We're still, for some reason, thinking that Caesar Milan is the way to go. Um, I do positive reinforcement training, and that still is gaining a lot of positivity. And it seems like most people still like follow this like weird alpha male dog mentality, and it's just stupid, and it's not based in any actuality or fact. It's just fear-based training. I hate it. So that one might be a goner though. We'll find out in a little bit, but I think I actually trimmed it too thin. And so what happens, if you guys are wondering, actually give me 1 second. I can show you what happens if you trim something too thin near the base. It might be fine because we might know figure out which one that is, and then we'll fire it upside down to the correct temperature. So if you accidentally fire something that you trim too thin on the base, look what happened. That foot just slumped in on itself. Yep, exactly, kitten. Mm. Welcome back, Sharp. Yeah, well, this is an older cup. That's the white stuff is porcelain. I because I was drinking out of it a while ago. Um, Do you have to open up the bottom here? You don't. But let me put it this way. If you get water in this cup and you're trying to clean it, and you have holes, but you don't have the bottom opened, you're gonna have trapped water down here. And so it makes more sense to open up the bottom so you can let go of that water. Plus, when you're poking out holes, if you want to poke out holes, and the hole goes through, how are you gonna get it out? It's another way to get it out. And it's less clay, which means it'll be less weight. And we have 2 layers, right? And so we're trying to make this pot feel like 1 pot, even though instead of using only 400 grams of clay, we use 750 grams of clay. And we need to make it feel like we only used 400 grams of clay. And so it's like finding that balance, getting rid of any weight that you can is important. Mhm. You could if you want to put in the dishwasher, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't. I would hand wash everything, especially just because of the price of the pieces. I just wouldn't want to take the risk. And plus, dishwashers are pretty aggressive on pottery in general, and so um, I would just hand wash personally. But you can certainly put it in the dishwasher. I'm not stopping anybody from doing that for any of my work, but I would not do it personally. Mm. I mean, if you're so these mugs with shipping and tax are going to cost around 170 dollars. And so, like, I don't know. I wouldn't if I paid $170 for a cup, I would not put it in the dishwasher. Thank you, Jess. I appreciate you saying that because they could have been confusing to people. I did mean washing machine for dishes specifically, not washing machine for clothing, because that would be a nightmare. I don't know best. I don't want things to be broken. Mm. Yeah, there is a lot of information out there. I mean, we're gonna be actively spreading misinformation pretty soon, which I'm excited for. So we're adding to this whole thing. Um, but best is such a subjective word, Sharp. That's true. The tumble dry for mugs is pretty nice. You know what? Jess might be right. Always wash your pottery in the washing machine, and then it's very dry. You can then dry it in your dryer and tumble dry it clean or dry. It's great. Put one of those balls in there to make sure it's really comfy. And yeah. Ooh, on the clothing line, we're gonna add all this stuff to the podcast. I like this. Props going to now that you said that, Sharp. You know, why not? That you know what? That actually Gustav makes the best point. Why clean your pots? Just put them into the kiln again, and then it just gets rid of everything for you. That's actually the smartest one yet. I like that. Ah, yes, a dryer sheet. Need a dryer sheet to help with the scent of your next pot. I'm shocked, but I'm for it, Prof. All right, I think that is then enough. Let's see. Yes. Cool. I see that. I'm impressed, Sharp. How does a washing machine handle clay? Like if you're processing clay and you want to put in your washing machine to separate the sand from the clay, it works pretty well. You can only do it once, but it works pretty well that one time. Yeah, yeah. Don't put dirt clothes that are clayed this is an actual PSA. Don't do that. Don't put clothes with a washing machine that are covered in clay into your washing machine. Ooh, Jess, that's a good one. Power washer. Hmm. Power washer is smart. That might be the smartest one we've heard. This one has a cool hat to it. Pat, pat, pat. That's how I do it too, kitten. I'm probably due to do that pretty soon. Actually, I'm trimming. You don't use water when you trim pottery. Hmm. That's just for throwing. What? No, Sydney, you're gonna starve. That's not good. I don't like to hear that. But actually, this is only my 16th day, so I'm not entirely sure on what's up. So I might not be using enough water. You might be right. Yeah, I actually thought she was getting a real meal as well, but hi, hi. Were you just going to the vending machine? Is your vending machine stacked with beautiful things? Gotcha. Ooh, that sounds good, Jess. Do you bake a lot? Just chips for the day? Wow, you sound like me, except minus the chips. Nice. What got you into that? Mm. What kind of chips? Sharp. I think we're Done enough on this one already, to be honest. But we'll do one more pass just because. Yeah, the first step is wet, and then this step you do dry. Mm, that's awesome. Gotcha. Is that still something that you go to? Mm, mm. Yeah, as Gustav says, kind of to trimming, in my mind, it doesn't have to be this way, but trimming is half the pot. So if you only threw, you only made half of the pot. Nice. And how are you feeling about all that? Okay. Time to make some handles. And then, not this clay though. I'm gonna switch you guys on. I'm gonna switch you guys on YouTube over to my shoulder camera, to this camera right here. So bear with me for half a second. I think you guys can see it's still over there on TikTok, right? Yeah, good. Oops, sorry. You talking about me, Aubrey? I'm trying. I'm trying my hardest. Good on you, Sharp. I'm glad things are getting better. Yeah, I had some rice cakes and some hummus today, Sharp, and I've had 140 ounces of tea so far. That's better than most mornings. Natalie, you're great. We'll see you soon. Of course, I remember your notification because you always delete your notifications every time you say something. How could I forget? I'm sure it is. That sounds awful sharp. Well, I need some more tea. I will at some point. No, Natalie's been here forever, for a long time, Sharp. I mean, Prof. Yeah, honestly, those classes are great. They get people into it, hooked. I do Raku workshops specifically to hook people into pottery, and then I never do them again because Raku sucks. We're making sculptures of olive right now. Notification. Can't you see the resemblance? Look at that beautiful handle. Boop. That's just the best part of, or the first part of the handle. Can you guys hear the, oh my god, notification, you're so good to me. Can you guys hear the sound from next door? Pretty good boop, eh? Um, there's a dance company called Momix that practices next door to me. They're like an interpretive dance kind of thing, and it's very loud and it sounds great. If I had Wi-Fi, I'd sneak over so you guys could see, but they'd also probably not be cool with me doing that. Secretly filming them for my YouTube. I think you have to pay like hundreds of dollars to go to their shows. I think a ticket's like 250 or something. So they probably would not be thrilled with me secretly streaming it from my woods. I mean, if they'd be fine with it, but I'd rather not. I might just go watch later by myself though. That sounds wonderful, Jess. What a life. I gotta tease you a little bit without the face stuff, Audrey, sorry. We gotta go back and forth. I don't think TikTok's seen my face at all. Yeah, that's teaching does the same thing, Jess. Oh my god, notification, you're so good to me. So this is, I was talking to someone, I think it was on YouTube. We came up the finally came up with a name for these, handles, and we're gonna call them, um why is my brain farting? Dumpling handles, which obviously makes sense in a second when we do the next part. But this stemmed from, a Kevin Kalowski handle I learned, like, 7 years ago. This was a variation on his handle, and then the thing we're doing is a variation on that variation that I took. Right? Right, Jess? Yeah, that's why I got a vasectomy, it's the no need to even pretend that that's something that could be, in the future. Can you nap at all today, Sharp, or do you have work or anything? How so what? I liked you saying it. I'm gonna post this video now, Jess, so it's gonna be out there in the public. At least you're not on YouTube where everything gets posted. Right on, Carlin. No, but you can mute him for 60 seconds if you want, sharp. Yeah, see the dumpling starting? We're making dumplings, Carlin. Originally, I called them fortune cookie handles because this is what they were, but later, kidding. Well, the positive is that he mutes himself every couple seconds. Sure am. We've come up with some great ideas for our podcast today. Yeah, it's kind of similar, isn't it? It's just thicker. You know, what's crazy is that you slap a handle on something and it makes it 9,000 times easier to sell, even though this handle does literally nothing. It serves no purpose except for someone to like. The premium one does, prof. I don't know when you left, Carlin. I mean, that's enough, right, Jess? But you add that one little hand finger in there, and people go crazy. They're like, "Ah, it's actually functional now." Blah 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 blah. Rada rada rada. Okay, fair. Totally fair, Amanda. That's true. Well, if I'm gonna make a mug, Gustav, I want to be very happy with it because I don't really like making mugs. So the handles take longer than the mugs. It's almost. Ugh. Yeah, life is unfair, prof. I mean, if I'm gonna use a mug, I'm gonna use a one-finger mug. I'm not gonna mess with those 2 to 4 handle mugs. Blah, blah, disgusting. How dare they go into my site? I feel the same way, Gustav, and I did for years, but, it's now just getting more expensive, so. Mhm, mhm, exactly, Jess. You getch how it works. It's all making sense, right? Oh, well then, Amanda, this is the mug for you. All right, one down, two more to go. Yeah, I get that. I totally get that. I really like my teapots to have the handles that you pinch, not put your finger through. Um, but we haven't made any of those teapots for a bit. Ooh, JR, I love that idea. For those who are not on TikTok, JR came up with an idea for the podcast that's aged clay. So just like a fine wine, a clay from '97 is better from a clay from 2004 uh, than 2025. Oh my God. We go into the set, go deep dive into the smell of it, brings the different clays to whiff. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I cannot wait to start this podcast. I just need to figure out a couple more mechanical things and get going. There, Gustav. Good luck with everything. Did I know I could buy a printer? Yes, printers have been around for a very long time. Hell yeah, Jess. I mean, technically, it is true that an older clay can be better sometimes, but not by like that. Ooh, that's exciting, Amanda. I like that. I'm gonna add that to it. Why what, Audrey? I'm sorry, the cup there's a there's a printer installed in the car that you want, Carlin? I'm flabbergasted and confused by what you're saying. Also, that first handle's not actually done. It's just done enough for us to do these other 2 handles first. Because it's older, obviously. It's vintage, you know? Older equal better when it comes to clay. Just like a wine. Clay just gets better the older it sits around. Wait, you can buy 3D printers notification? When did that become available? Yay, awesome. Yeah, totally fair. Yeah, universally, the one-fingered handle has not been, appreciated by from people when they wanna buy, pottery from me. But I aesthetically, I hate anything bigger than a finger handle. I think they look lame, and I haven't figured out your plus handle that I actually like. Exactly, Prof. Thank you for explaining it to everybody. I was feeling a little overwhelmed, you know? Good, I hope so, Sharp. Ooh, you should definitely check on that. How does vanilla extract age? Does it age okay? Does it matter? Does it mold? I don't know enough about, vanilla extract at all. Right? I just that's my biggest issue with larger handles. It's not that I don't mind making them necessarily, it's that I think they look stupid and ugly, and I don't wanna do it. I've never, ever in my life have I seen a handle bigger than actually, that's not true. I lied. I own one that I really like that's bigger than one finger by Rene Loprezzi. You like painting your pottery instead of making it? That makes sense. Are you just doing generic pulled handles, Amanda? Because you're right. I won't sugarcoat it. I would hate those. How long does it usually take for them to age, Chess? I know nothing about it at all. Oh, interesting. Okay. Mm, oh my God, sharp. So good. So good at agreeing with me there. Appreciate that. You can buy it from my website notification. Link is in my bio, or just Google my name, or Google my business name, or just Google double walled pottery, and I'll probably show up. I see. Gotcha. That's cool. How long have you been doing that for? Thanks, Sharp. Thank you, Sydney. Oh no, why? Yeah, there's a frog on my website as we speak notification. Go buy it. It's a cone pack frog. I see. I guess it's been a while since I used to make tinctures all the time, but I guess it's been a really long time since I've done any of that kind of stuff. I used to be really into herbalism and all that fun jazz, but that was many, many years ago. Oh, that's awesome. That's such a cool gift. Oh no, I'm sorry. That makes sense, Audrey. You can say whatever you want notification because I know that you're gonna delete your own notification in a little bit. Oh, hell yeah, Sharp. That's the best kind of person, Jess. I feel you on that one. What movie you're gonna see, Carlin? Mm. Oh, I'm sorry, that really sounds horrible. Exactly, Jess. I'm right there with you on it. Yeah, I figured you meant to do that, and it was well deserved. Weird that they're showing you on Pinterest. Yeah, I'm for it, Jess. Oh, wait, did you mute Carlin too? Amazing. I didn't even see that. I see. All right, one more handle to make, and then we can. So surprisingly, you actually don't necessarily want a sharp spout. You just want the cutoff point of the spout to be sharp. So the spout opening actually is advantageous to be thicker, but then the interaction between the where the water is to the spout needs to be sharp. Does that make sense? Notification. She's gonna ban you. You gotta watch out, man. Yeah, you're welcome to if he doesn't apologize. Yeah, if the big thing there is that if the spout's too thin, you have a huge tendency of cracking it. Um, my tea dealer breaks the used to break my old spouts all the time, and so he actually asked me to start making them thicker, and then I realized after he asked that it actually made more sense to have them thicker. Um, so we are gonna make some teapots soon, by the way, just single walled teapots. But we're gonna ride this mug kick as long as I can do it, because as soon as I lose interest in this, I won't make another mug, so we're gonna make them for as long as we can until I lose interest. No, Audrey, it feels like it, right? I spend just as much time at any part of any of these cups as any other part of it. That's another reason why they're so expensive. It's not like I'm just slapping on a handle. It's because she's a moderator notification, which is why she has the power to ban you. Yeah, you gotta apologize sooner than later notification, or she's gonna ban you. Yeah, I just don't think it's worth it. I've never personally broken the spout of a teapot, but he broke tons of the teapots over the years. Um, he's gotten, I don't know, maybe over the years that I've been trading with him, he's had on and off, maybe, um, 70 of my teapots, 80 of my teapots, and he's definitely give him one more chance to apologize, Sharp. Yeah, right? Well, he's upside down. I don't know if you guys follow Brendan on Instagram, but he, like, drinks tea upside down on, like, a BDSM, like, thing, and he, like, does backflips while drinking tea, and, it's not surprising that he breaks them, honestly. Hopefully, the next thing you say notification is an apology, otherwise Sharp's gonna ban you. Oh, yeah, no, he's great. He's a fascinating fellow. Yeah, I like everything he does, and I love that he's into, at the moment, he's like really into, or has been for about a year and a half now, or 2 years, cultivating different types of pepper plants, which I just think is amazing. And he's been really into cultivating his own lilies, and he's a fascinating guy, really, really wonderful dude. I have nothing bad to say about him. He's weird, and that's why I like him, you know? Don't they? I think a lot of them are hot peppers, though. Yeah, no, they would burn you hard if you ate them. Yeah, he didn't apologize. Have at it. Enjoy yourself. He had his chance. He even asked for it, literally asked for it. Mm. I have a friend who does it, but I don't think she's um, taking on requests at the moment to do traditional kintsugi, I'm afraid. But if you don't find anybody and I find out she is actively taking requests again, you're welcome to I'll give you her info. Yeah, I mean, if you didn't say do it, he literally asked for it, so I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he made a new account and came back. It's well, if you're trying to get it like a traditionally like true kintsugi done, I mean, it is hard to find someone who's willing to do it because it's not. I mean, you're just essentially like putting poison ivy on a piece. I mean, it's like pretty deadly to work with, to my understanding. I don't know it to be honest. I've never tried the traditional style of it. I, Mhm. I've done fake kintsugi for a bunch of people over the years. I just use gilding and epoxy, and that's been fine. I'm not interested in doing all the really intense stuff for it. Wha- Then don't do kintsugi. I don't know if it's actually poison ivy, but it just did give you a pretty allergic reaction. I don't remember exactly what's in it, but it's like kintsugi is lacquerware essentially, right? And isn't lacquer what is lacquer made out of? Yeah, yeah, right. That's kind of how I feel as well. To be honest, what I wanna get into is not kintsugi, but the old style of, using nails instead, where so it looks really, like, rustic and, like, really, like, thrown together and kinda shitty. I'm much more interested in that look than kintsugi these days, and I keep meaning to do it, but no, profit has significantly less. I would die if I drank this amount of tea, if it had the amount of caffeine that coffee does. I see, that makes sense. Okay. Just the first time? Oh my god. Jess, Jess, it's around here, if you don't get it every year, are you even around or, like, in Connecticut? And then isn't the urushi tree, isn't that, like, give you the same kind of effects as poison ivy? Isn't that or am I completely giving actual misinformation? Yeah, yeah, oh, yeah, if you start touching places I've got poison oak all over my face before as well when I lived out west. Um, yeah, prof, I couldn't get into it. I've only probably had 6 cups of coffee in my entire life, all in cool different countries and usually at, like, a coffee plantation of some sort. So this is a nice thing about making handles like this too, is you can immediately put them on, unlike, unlike a pulled handle, you have to wait for it to actually set up. You're kind of just making this and then putting it on immediately. It definitely works for my kind of work cycle. Oh, yeah. Damn, I'm sorry, Jess. Well, now you know where it is, so when you do it next year, which you'll inevitably oh, no, you're moving though, aren't you? So you don't have to worry about it. What's up, Yates? How are you? What is, how are they not looking pretty? Like, what's the, issue that you're running into? Oh, man. Yeah, that's not fun. Yeah, if we could I could tell you some horror stories of placements that, ticks have bit me, um, over the years. West Oak, when I lived out in Oregon. Exactly, good. Oh, can't complain, Yates. Just making 3 double-walled mugs, and then gonna take a little break, and then make probably 3 more double-walled mugs. I can tell my attention on mugs is waning, so today might be our last day to just do as many as we possibly can. And I have no interest in doing single-walled mugs. Yeah, it's bad, eh? Oh, I see. Gotcha. Huh. How do they normally froth it? That's I'm jealous about that. I pull lots of ticks off myself every year, and I've had Lyme disease 8 times, been on Doxy at least 8 times for Lyme disease. I've never had I've only had Lyme disease, which is pretty lucky. I haven't had any of the other ones to my knowledge. I know there's ehrlichiosis and there's like 7 other tick-based illnesses, but I've only had the basic bitch of Lyme disease, which is great. It's the best one to get. I probably have the red meat one, but I'll never find out because I don't eat red meat. I don't know. For those who don't know, there's a tick-borne illness that makes it so you can't eat red meat anymore. I might have that one. It's hard to say. Yeah, well, that might happen, Sydney. What's wrong with me, Aubrey? Too many ticks? Too much Lyme disease? No, I don't. I haven't had meat for 28 years, Jess, and I've been vegan for 14 years, something like that. Mm, I see. Oh, awesome. Say hi to Mr. Handsome for me, please. All right, there's one done. Let's move on to the next. You mean soon to be my man? Yeah, I got you, Sharp. Just make sure he doesn't ever get the access to talk to me, Sharp. I know these look long, but when you factor in shrinkage and everything, they're gonna fit nicely. Eh, I don't know, Sharp. Have you seen me? I think it's possible. I think it all works. They're annoying, that's for sure. They're not so scary though that you shouldn't go into the woods. Um, I teach a lot of kids, and these New Yorker fear-monger parents don't let their kid they move them up to the countryside, and they don't let their kids go into the woods because they're scared they're gonna get ticks, and I think it's the most idiocracy like, idiot whatever. It just drives me insane. I have to, like, spend 45 minutes at the start of every, like, outdoor education class that I teach, kind of readjusting the mindset that it's okay if you find ticks, just make sure you do tick checks. It's not that big of a deal. I'm in Connecticut, Yates. How about you? Yeah, no worries. It's a different aesthetic for me. I'm liking them a lot. It's definitely off brand of my normal work. Right on. Always good to switch things up. You know, you make pottery or you make art of any sort, and the goal is never to appeal to everybody. It's just to do what makes you happy at that moment. What's up, Grace? How are ya? Tell me everything. How's your day been? Oh, yeah, that could be an issue, Jess, but you still, I think it's possible to deal with. Plus, you can feel them crawling on you and stuff. It's not a huge deal. Like, when I get into bed, sometimes I feel things crawling on me, and I just pick it off, throw it in the toilet, and move on with my life, go back to bed. Oh, yeah, no, these will be very functional mugs, but good. I'm so happy to hear that, Grace. My day's great. We're working on 3 double-walled mugs today. Oh, also, we're probably not gonna be able to finish the stream on my YouTube stream. We're at 10% on my phone, so, at 5%, I'm just gonna end the stream. So we'll get as far as we can get. We're not gonna be able to finish though, because it's gonna be about an hour of poking out holes. It's about 20 minutes to poke out the holes per cup. I timed it the other day. Yeah, I didn't mean it to be, but I realized as I was saying that it would be, Jess. Yeah, sorry, Grace. But the TikTok stream will go until we're finished. Ah! I just pushed into this. Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. Well, whatever, I can't do anything about it. Hey, man, I'll be back later, Prof. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your sweet ass. I'll be back in like a couple hours once my phone is charged up again. What's up, Shadow? Later. No, I'm drinking very I'm drinking, sticky rice pu'er because it's the last that I have. And then I did have a really nice black tea this morning that I don't remember the name of though, a Ganfu style, which was nice. I do, Grace. If you Google Bell Hill Pottery or my name, you'll find it. What's up, Let's? I only have a few pieces for sale at the moment, but, hmm, I don't know which way I like this more. Do we like this more, or do we like this more? I think this wants to be up. Yeah, I think that wants to be up. Later, you too. I'm not gone yet, Shadow. You got 5% more of my battery life. We're making mugs. Audrey, I get my tea from a guy named Brendan who owns a company called Whispering Pine Teas in Traverse City, Michigan. And you should buy all of his tea and support him because I don't want him to never go out of business. So I have tea for the rest of my life. This handle is thin? Wow. You're a spicy boy. God damn, Let's. If you think that's thin, I can't wait to see what your handles are like. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. It's a one finger handle. What? Grace, why? Why not? Here, I'll make it easier for you. The handle is just a distraction to get people in. You don't need a handle because this wall is the handle. The handle's there just because people like mugs, not because you need a handle. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I do wish there was a local tea shop that I could do that. Um, but tea shops are a just a money sink. If you talk to people who own them that have like a storefront, they are floundering for money, and they usually really need you to like take a class there or do things in that regard. Otherwise, they'll sink and burn. Because I was thinking of opening up a tea shop for many years, and I've never heard a positive thing about it. Yeah, exactly. Because if they just sold tea, they would go out of business. They got to do other things too, otherwise it's over. All right, let's poke out some holes. Yeah, that being said, coffee shops can survive because there is without without anything else, um, because coffee has been societally normalized, whereas tea has not. We still, when you go to get tea, you still buy a shitty green tea bag or something with like a flavor in it, and so like there's no understanding of actual tea. Me, Shadow? Oh my God, you're so good to me. I just started Shadow, so if you have any input on what to do next, let me know. So I'm gonna zoom out on you guys. Sure is, Grace. Mm, I've never really been a fan of coffee. Like I was saying to Prof, I've only had like maybe 6 cups of coffee my entire life. Usually in a cool different country that I've been traveling to. I think the last one was when I was in Peru and I was hiking from Cusco to Machu Picchu was the last time I've had coffee. Are you talking from experience, Let's? Yeah, I'm pretty cool, Prof. Mm. So do you just do it for the caffeine hit if you don't actually like it? Mm. No, I'm almost always am streaming when I'm working. My silence is drinking tea by myself, not making pots by myself. But I usually carve stuff when I'm by myself. I haven't tried it. Um, it looks interesting though, but no, I haven't tried it. I'm not interested enough to actually commit to trying it. If you do, let me know how it goes. It sounds like it, Prof. Pottery's new to you? What are you talking about? What kind of stuff do you do? Pottery's all over the internet. Or do you mean like double walled pottery? We'll do some wood carving streams in the winter, or maybe just in the fall when I'm bored and I don't feel like being in the studio. We'll just sit on my hilltop and we'll make chopsticks and hairpins and spoons and you know other wood related activities. Mm. I need to get my new donut knife though. I want to order that. I don't really want to pay 80 bucks for a pocket knife, but it's so cute. Right on. Oh, you should. I cook if I'm hosting, Grace, but otherwise I don't really care for cooking or food that much, to be honest. How long have you been a science teacher for? And what ages do you teach? And are you public? Are you private? Thanks, Audrey. I can at the moment because people buy stuff for me, but as soon as they stop buying, I'll have to go do something else most likely. Sup, Shadow? Thank you. Very cool. Yeah, I think the max I want to spend right now is like 80 bucks if I'm willing to spend on a knife. No, I'm pretty much self-taught. I mean, I've taken workshops somewhat locally, but I've never like worked under someone if that's what you're asking. It's a good life. I wish you could join me, Prof. I was lucky to have a grandfather who was very supportive in traveling, and so he before I turned 18, I got sent all over the world. I was very lucky. It's good to do it at that age too. 73 Shadow. You should have joined like 100. We've been streaming for 146 minutes. You had to have showed up 100 plus minutes ago. Nope. You can go on my website though. I don't have anything up here. Yep, that's a good point, Prof. Yeah, I forgot that I'm posting everything. So you scroll back, you can see the how we actually put it together. I have a few double palled pieces on my website that are available, but none of them are in black clay like this. Thanks, Shadow. Oh, we'll talk about how you can. That's a good one for the podcast. We'll talk about how you can bake pottery in your oven. All right, there's one section done. And then this is all going to get smoothed over. So all of these hard points are going to get rounded over. So you guys have you just hit my 5% mark on my phone. We'll try to do one more pass of holes, and then I'll keep the stream going on TikTok, but the my phone stream is gonna have to turn off. I don't have a charger down here for this phone. I only have one for my other phone. So I might just when we're done with this one, I might just end both and just go enjoy. There, Grace. I might just go enjoy a little bit of a break and then come back and we'll do the holes again together when my phone's charged up. Yeah, it's a beautiful day today, Jess, too. I should be outside. Yeah, food would be good too. But let's try to get one more row of holes done. Okay, how much do I sell these for? Before shipping and tax, they're about 165 bucks. But if you buy them right now, they're 9.99 as Prof says. Just today only, 9.99. Okay, I'm gonna go take a break. I will see you guys in give me like an hour and a half to just recharge and eat some food and actually have motivation to be in here again. All right, bye.